Hi everyone, I've been invited here today by Peter to give a light touch overview of how you can make your healthcare meetings and pharmaceutical events a success. I'm Merriman and I'm the Business and Development Marketing Manager at Concise, and we work with clients to help them create engaging and informative meetings using interactive technology. So, our views on what you can do to ensure your events are a success. May sound like an obvious step, but consider who is in the room. Now you can group this into 4 key categories, and this is just from our experience from hosting events. The first one is being a spectator, who is your audience member, and they're here to watch a performance or presentation, and they dutifully listen. There's a distinct divide between the spectator and the speaker, which is known in the theatre world as the fourth wall, and they need instructions and direction. And the challenge here for an event organiser is getting them involved and making them respond to what they see. Next, we have the participant. So you could look at these guys as a tech-savvy version of the spectator. They want to engage with their surroundings and they learn best through action. So including things like games, interactive polls, or any level of interactivity would be a good way to capture their attention and interest. The biggest challenge with these guys is to combine their love of engaging content with an activity that won't be a distraction. Next, we have the spy. Now, these guys are in the audience with an agenda. They're there to gather information which they may wish to take back to their colleagues, and information to share or pass on. Either way, they are looking for something. Biggest challenge is organisers must create an event that connects to them emotionally rather than analytically, allowing them to stop judging and enjoy the experience. And lastly, we have the VIP. As the name suggests, these are the big dogs of the event, and they want exclusivity and personalisation, and above all, they want their trip to be worthwhile. So these could be industry leaders, for example. Organisers should endeavour to deliver an experience that makes it personalised and makes their trip worthwhile. So providing an interactive and personalised event experience is key. So none of these groups are fixed in nature, and people may well move from one group to another. So for example, you could introduce an element of interactivity in your presentation and you will see a spectator shift over to a participant. And conversely, you may create some individual personalised content and you will see a shift from participant to VIP. The next thing to consider when creating an event is the power of storytelling, which is as old as time itself. So we would advise, rather than slide after slide, try to weave a story into your content. The act of storytelling, as I said, is as old as human consciousness itself. So while stories nowadays mainly entertain, they still hold a significant power and value with people and politics. Storytelling is cathartic and engaging, amusing and explanatory, and possesses the potential to both build and destroy worlds. Next thing to consider is don't be afraid of technology. Gone are the days where mobile phones were the enemy of the speaker. In fact, rather than be a distraction, they could be seen as an opportunity to make audience members from passive to present. Why not put content where the devices are? By using an app like Chime, you could help audience connect with the content, be it through asking a question, interactive polls, delegate hub, or even games that act as a nice icebreaker. Our app Chime can be used on mobile devices, bring your own devices and iPads. Finally, network, network, network. What's the point of ideas if they aren't shared? So we would advise placing as many points of interaction as possible, be it pre-event, during the event and after the event in a more social setting. So, how do you know if your event was a success? Well, we believe you can do this by measuring key areas and having these in place before the event starts. So establishing your goals, And these could be by publishing new research, looking at the insight from internal clients, or increasing employee engagement. Be clear with your team about your strategic approach and structure your strategy accordingly. We've always believed that understanding the outcome is key. If there's no plan to the why, then how will you harness the insights in the room? What data do you want to track? So, once your goals are clear, you need to decide on the data points. Consider collecting data on attendees, registrations, email or document engagements, social interactions like comments, website conversions, or how many people linked up during the event. How will you track it? Pre-existing CRMs and analytic tools and social media platforms are brilliant for collecting data. How valuable it is another story. At Concise, we've always believed at insight at the power of thought, and this is about engaging and capturing instant reactions immediately, and traditional systems only tell half the story. And this is where technology really has come on and revolutionised the way we collect data. By utilising technology that both records and understands data, organisations can free up valuable time. So, how to calculate your ROI or your return on investment. Now, there are many digital tools out there in the marketplace which can gather both qualitative and quantitative data for you. And one of the most successful ways of doing this is via post-event surveys. Compiling data, however, can be a mammoth task. However, you could leave the hard work up to an app, for example, and this is specially designed to capture audience participation, gauges engagement levels, and this is done via presentations, speaker biographies, agendas, ask a question, as I mentioned earlier, and delivers it straight to your audience's device. You can create polls or votes, ask comments, and connect with other audience members, all within your bespoke app. Moreover, the app actually collects the data for you. So, to briefly recap, as most of us will testify, when planning for an event, prior preparation is key to success. So think about who is in your audience, what your success indicators could look like, and how you will track the relevant data to measure your success. Thank you for listening. If you'd like to talk to me about ways you can make your events a success, here are our contact details. Many thanks for listening.